Hello and welcome to FM Retro. And I'm here today with Jack Bell.
Hi Dave, how are you doing?
I'm very good. What is FM Retro, Jack?
FM Retro is where we start in FM 2005, as that's the earliest game we could get hold of, and go all the way to FM 17, or maybe FM 18 if it takes long enough. Or maybe FM 19 if it takes long enough.
Yeah, this is going to be a very long save, I feel. We've had a long rivalry on FM of who's the best manager. So we're going to find out once and for all.
Yeah, so we've both taken over newly promoted sides, and if you can't remember who the newly promoted sides of the 2004-2005 season are, they were Norwich City, West Bromwich Albion, and Crystal Palace.
And I've taken over Norwich.
And I've taken over Crystal Palace, as you should see on my screen now, taking over from Ian Dowie.
And I've taken over from Nigel Worthington. I remember that guy. I always used to think he was like the sponsor of the Worthington Cup. Like, I thought, well, that's unfair. Norwich have got like an unfair advantage. But yeah.
But they haven't. But you were wrong.
No, I was wrong. So let's have a look through this Norwich City side to start off with. So we've got some obviously notable highlights here of Rob Green in goal. Let's have a look at him. Rob Green. Some good stats there. Reflexes, aerial ability, determination 19, concentration 15. I think he's a good solid goalkeeper, 2.4 million. Who else is a notable highlight? Darren Huckabee always used to score against my team, Birmingham. Pretty solid across the board there. 15s, 17s, and acceleration. Some good physical stats from Darren. 28. Don't know. He played 4 times for the England under 21s. Let's try and get him to where he belongs in the senior squad. And to be honest, I don't know many of these other players. Jack, do you know any of your team?
Well, funny you should mention that, because I have former Hungarian international goalkeeper Gabor Kirali.
Wow.
I know.
Is he Pyjamas Man?
I think he might be.
The guy that wears the tracksuits?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, he is. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
I also have one size fits all, everybody's favourite nicknamed player. And I've got I got Wayne Routledge, who's
he'd be good. He must be quite young.
He must be. In fact, let's have a look. How old are you, Wayne Routledge? How do I actually play this game? Right now, I've got to work out. He's 19 years old. He's 19.
Oh, I've realised I missed somebody on mine. David Bentley.
Oh, I was thinking of potentially having a player that I try and sign in every game. And David Bentley was one I was thinking of.
He's worth £6 million on loan from Arsenal.
Yeah, this is when he was particularly,
how
promising.
the mighty have fallen.
Yeah,
see him on FM 17, where he's probably worth about £2,000.
I think Wayne Routledge is something like the best free agent in one of the latest games.
Yeah.
And also I have at this point the second top goal scorer from this actual season, which was Andrew Johnson.
That's a bit scary. That is a bit scary to have him.
But you also have to bear in mind that he scored all but, I think it's something like, and I could be completely wrong, but I think he scored all but 3 goals for Crystal Palace this season. So he was a bit like Jermaine Defoe.
What? So nobody else scored other than him but 3 goals?
I think that I could be completely wrong, but I seem to remember that being a thing.
So interestingly, in the 04-05 season, Norwich City and Crystal Palace both got relegated from the Premier League. So our aim this season is to not get relegated.
Yeah.
Who was the other team to get relegated?
Southampton.
Southampton. Okay. And it was the year of West Brom's great escape, as they were bottom at Christmas, but then survived on the last day of the season. So...
Oh, I may have slightly exaggerated on the Andy Johnson thing.
Really?
Yeah, but he did score more than half.
Okay, more than half.
So they scored 41 goals, he scored 21. And he was the second top goal scorer, so I wasn't entirely wrong.
Shall we have a little look around the rest of the Premier League?
Let's have a little look. Yeah, let's
So
see how things are going.
let's
Now, you may remember that the season before this, Dave, the
yeah.
2003-2004 season, you may remember who came top that year.
I don't. Who was that?
Well, it happened to be Arsenal, who
Okay,
uh,
let's.
who not only came top, but went the entire season unbeaten.
And if you look at their team, I think their values reflect this. Number one at the top, most valuable player at Arsenal, Thierry Henry. How Arsenal fans would love to have him back in their side right now. If you look at his stats, they are incredible. Pretty much everything you want over 15. Flair,
15 finishing, I think is kind of offensive.
yeah, that's probably quite low. Flair 20, determination 18, off the ball 19. Look at his physical stats. It's
Yeah.
just unreal. And Patrick Vieira there, also more mental. Look at his mentals and his physicals.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, was he?
Tackling 20. I think maybe this is something you don't really get in the later FMs. They seem to have sort of downgraded the players. I've very rarely seen a player with how many 20s has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 20s.
He was considered the best midfielder one of the best midfielders in the world at this point. It would have been him and Zidane.
That's true, but I don't. It'd be interesting to look at comparison between I don't know Paul Pogba or what's deemed as who's deemed as Iniesta or something like that.
Yeah,
in
I mean,
FM17.
Yeah, I'm looking at Zidane now, and he has 2 20s.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So, and moving on from Arsenal, who else have we got in there? So it looks a bit odd to be in that league. Well, I would look at Portsmouth. I would look at Bolton.
Patrick Berger. Everybody. Yeah, so
Portsmouth, yes.
Portsmouth.
This team is actually quite good. This Portsmouth team, Yakubu, Luar, brilliant player. Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe is playing for Portsmouth as a centre back, 26-year-old centre back. Eddie Howe.
Shaka Hislop.
Shaka, yeah, Eddie Howe and Shaka Hislop on the same team. I'm sure we're going to find out many more gems as we go along in the save. Who else have we got? I reckon let's dive into Chelsea for a second.
This is the second season where they've got their riches.
But not too much, as you can tell. So they've got one Sebastian Veron on loan, weirdly. They've got Didier Drogba, Kezman, who got banned for doing coke, wasn't it?
Something like that,
Kezman. Yeah. Ian Robin.
I remember seeing a newspaper article when they signed Ian Robin and Matej Kezman that was like Batman and Robin, but instead Kezman and Robin.
Yeah.
And as my memories of Matej Kezman are that photo alone. I have no memories. I have no memories of him as a footballer.
Yeah. Oh, and of course they've got Ike Johnson, who's still going strong today, remarkably, even though he's 25 in 2005 or 2004 we're playing him. And is there any other massive... Robert...
Petr Cech. You've got Petr Cech.
Petr Cech and Robert Huth, I would say.
Yeah. Top two. They finished in first and second last season in real life.
The 19 and 20-year-olds in this game.
Yeah.
And finally, shall we have a look at one more? Should we go for...
I think United are probably the ones.
United. Probably most of our viewers would probably want to see United. Now, I think... Was this the first season of Wayne Rooney at Man United?
There's a way of looking. Rooney and then transfer.
So this is the first season of Wayne Rooney at Man United. Signed for £20 million. Let's have a look at how good his stats are. Pretty damn good. Fantastic technicals, first touch, technique there, long shots, flair, creativity, some great, and particularly his physical attributes, fantastic, particularly for an 18-year-old there.
There's another guy who quite recently signed for United. I don't know if you've heard of him before, Dave, but his name's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Wow.
Who is only a little bit more valuable than Alan Smith.
And Alan Smith, well, certainly last season was playing at Notts County. There's a difference of these two guys got how they've gone. And speaking about Cristiano Ronaldo, let's have a look at his rival, Leo Messi. Now, Leo Messi is a bit younger, 17. Oh, but I can't scout him. I can't see him. But I can't see his stats. But we can see that Leo Messi is playing for Barcelona B. He's worth 1.6 million, and he's on a basic wage of £275 per week. Now,
which is less than. I think it's less than what I earn.
Yeah, less than what I earn as well. So we don't know much about Leo Messi now, but hopefully during this game we'll scout him and learn a bit more about him.
Do you think we might see him pop up a few more times throughout this series, Dave?
I think so. I think he might be a recurring theme if I suppose we get to Champions League with one of our promoted teams. Unlikely that, but I think from now we're going to fast forward a bit. And have we seen who our first game of the season is?
Oh no, but I do know a shortcut to find out.
Yes. So I've got some great friendlies against Rangers, Peterborough, Swindon, Inverness, Tamworth, and York. And my first game of the season is away at Fulham.
I'm home at Everton.
Home at Everton. When do we play each other?
I've forgotten who you are.
18th of December.
Yeah.
Just before Birmingham. So
we actually played the penultimate day of the season as well.
Oh, fantastic. Just before Birmingham Haven't. So, that's going to be quite interesting. So we're going to come back to the first game of the season, and we're going to run through what transfers we have and have not made. And we will be playing. I will be playing Fulham, and Jack will be playing
Everton.
Everton, brilliant. We'll see you there.
Right.
So welcome back. We've fast forwarded to the 14th of August. We've been busy in the background making our signings left, right, and centre. So before we get into our first games against Everton and Fulham respectively, let's go through our signings. Jack, who have you signed?
Okay, so you can see from my screen at the moment that I've made 5 new signings. The first one being Richard Langley from Cardiff. We have a little look at him now. He's a fairly well-rounded central and right midfielder from Jamaica.
He seems all right, yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. I kind of got him as a, backup creeping into the first team if he improves and things like that. My second signing is my big one. He's a star. Is Daniel Bierovka. Could be pronouncing that wrong, but I don't think I am. 20 dribbling.
Be nice to know where these guys actually ended up. So if anybody knows where, this guy looks insane. Why have we not heard of him?
3 caps and a goal for Germany. So he's actually played for the German international team and scored.
Yeah.
And never heard of him.
No.
And I bought him from Leverkusen for 425,000.
That's an incredible deal.
Is
Bargain.
Good. I bought Graham Owens, who is pretty much all round terrible. In fact, he's so bad I can't even see all of his stats.
Why did you sign him?
I don't know. I've got Patrice Luzi as my third choice goalkeeper. He's pretty good for a third choice. His eccentricity is low, which I like to think is good, given that I spent a lot of time supporting Szczesny. His eccentricity was far too high. And then finally, along the lines of not particularly good Arsenal players, I've got Thomas Vermaelen, age 18. Not looking too great. Long throws particularly bad. But,
Just don't get him on your Rory Delap specials. That's the key.
Exactly. Maybe he's so bad he's good. You never know. But, yeah.
You haven't seen my signings yet, so I think you're in for a treat when you see my signings.
Yeah, to see your signings. So let's have a look.
Let's head to Norwich. And then go and view. So as you can see, I've only signed 4 players, and let's go to the first one before you read down the list. And we go for the first one, which is Dwight Pezzarossi, sorry. And this guy, I picked him up on a free and just finishing 20. Bravery 15, Flair 16, Determination 19. He looks brilliant. Then we've got Tommy Bernstone, something like that. That's him. How much to sign him for? 1.3 million. Big signing, this guy. But I think he's a really good player. Heading 18, tackling 16, teamwork 20, jumping 17. Like he's a good, solid centre back, and it's something that we missed because we only had 2 centre backs at the start of the season. Then we go on to my third signing. Now, when an opportunity arises in Football Manager to sign Paul Gascoigne, you just don't let it go. He's not the best of players I've signed. If you look for his stats, heading 1, marking
his
1.
jumping's improved.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone to 2 now. He was 1 jumping. Let's see the show effects. Oh no. If you go press show effects of training, he's actually got worse at influence and worse at positioning. His positioning's now down to 1. I don't understand what this guy's good at. He's good at penalty taking and good at anticipating stuff. But then everything else, yes, he's awful. But I thought at £275 a week, he's worth a pop. Then last but not least, we've got Patrick Berger that I've signed. Obviously, as you know, Patrick Berger is a legend in sort of noughties football. Played for Portsmouth, signed in for, how much was he? 625,000. And they're worth 2.1 million. So he's got great free kicks, long shots. Everyone knows about Patrick Berger's long shots. They were rifled into the top corner. Technique, really good player, left winger, and some play a position where I needed. So how do these all fit into my side? Well, let's go back on to me and to Norwich, and you can see that I'm going to play a 4-4-2. Now, my reasoning for this is that I'm thinking that anything else other than 4-4-2 wasn't fashionable back in 2004-05. So I'm thinking the game wouldn't appreciate me trying out with different tactics. I might do if I begin to lose. Hang on, I've just realised I haven't put Patrick Berger in. My player. Patrick Berger.
When I'm looking at your tactics, he's there.
Oh, that's a bit odd.
Weird.
Okay, Patrick Berger's going to go in. David Bentley, although they reckon David Bentley's a left winger, I'm pretty certain that he's a right winger. Something that we've noticed on this game, you can't actually see what foot somebody is, or indeed how tall they are. Really odd.
You can't see what foot they are.
Can you?
Yeah. If you go into their player profile, it's just below their position.
Right foot only. So yeah, he's a right footer, but he's only on the left for some reason. So we're going to stick him out on the right, Patrick Berger on the left, 2 centre mids, 1 dropping a bit deeper. And yeah, that's what we're going to play. And we're going to win the league playing a 4-4-2. Or when I say win the league, we're going to hope to come 17th. Jack, what are you playing?
So I'm playing a 4-2-3-1. Just to mix it up a little bit.
You're probably going to be the only team in the league playing a 4-3-2 or whatever it was, 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. This is this was a time. So the season before this, Arsenal won the league with a 4-4-2, and Arsenal are fairly well known for the one up front, at least for the last decade. So it was pretty much after Bergkamp left that Arsenal started to change that up, and other teams kind of followed suit. Because obviously Arsenal set that trend.
So you're going to be the trendsetter. Crystal Palace are going to be the trendsetter.
Crystal Palace, the trendsetter. Yeah, I've gone for my for the usual goalkeeper at the back, Gabriel Corrali, legend of the game. My three of my new signings have made the first team in Thomas Vermaelen, Robert Langley. Oh no, not Robert Langley. He doesn't exist. Richard Langley, and Daniel Borowka. Those 3 are all making the first team side. I'm going to see how they do, really. I may try my new goalkeeper at some point, but I'm going to start off with Corrali because I think I remember him, and that means he must be quite good. And I've also got Andrew Johnson up front, because if he can score 21 goals in the season in real life, hopefully he can get at least 10 for me.
Shall we get into the first game of the season, Jack?
Let's go.
So as you can see, we haven't got a 3D match engine here. It is only 2D, but some people like the 2D. Are you a 2D or 3D man, Jack?
I like the 3D. I'm willing to accept
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Fulham have got Boa Morte on the left wing. This is just
Dear
bringing
God.
back so many memories. Fulham have had a goal
Oh my
disallowed.
God. Oh, my new signing just dribbled past the whole team
Oh,
and got in there.
Da-
They didn't score.
David Bentley is on a 3 rating.
Excellent.
Maybe he can't play on the right, as I thought he should be able to.
It might not be his thing. I'm dominating this game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll get Grant Holt. Grant Holt, bring
He
some ball
says
forward.
that's
Grant
what I
Holt.
didn't consider.
Oh, just wide. Goalkeeper just flicked that one wide.
It'll be interesting to see like the problems with these games, because obviously there are problems with with each of the games as you go through. Such as I remember there being one game where goalkeeper errors happened in pretty much every game.
Yeah, because they've realised. I think they had that goalkeepers were just invincible, and then they thought, let's bring in some a little bit of doubt into the mix, and they put in too much doubt.
Too much doubt.
Bit too much Mrs. Doubtfire there. But, how's your game going? Any
I'm at half time.
half time already? God,
Yeah.
maybe I should.
I might slow down my speed.
Maybe it's just because I've got loads of highlights. Pezzarossi. Oh, he blasts it over. Oh, gutted. I'm on 23 minutes.
Ugh,
Uh,
I haven't had anything happen.
David Bentley is still on a 3. Darren Huckabee, twisting and turning. Oh, he's just wide on half volley. Oh, it's nervy. I think we've definitely been the better team. I think that's reflected in our ratings, all except for David Bentley. We might have to change up David Bentley, put him on the left. See, I don't know. It was FM 2005. Could players play out of position well? I'm not sure they could.
Well, currently, two players that I know are in the right position, Thomas Vermaelen and Andrew Johnson, aren't playing so well. So
How far through are you now?
I'm still at half time. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. That's very nice.
I thought it'd be nice.
Right.
So currently, league table at the moment, we have Liverpool top, Man City in second, Charlton in third, Newcastle currently bottom, 2-0 down,
2-0 down 2.
either City or Liverpool.
Ah, yes.
I can look at goal rates
see,
and see which one it is.
David Bentley's now gone to a 2. Okay, it's half time, so I'm going to make a couple of changes. You make any changes at half time?
Yeah, I've subbed off Andy Johnson.
AJ? Why?
AJ, he's been rubbish.
Oh,
Okay, I'm ready to start.
yeah, started.
Cool. I'm hopefully going to be running a little bit slower for this one.
So I've noticed that Fulham have Andrew Cole up front. That's a big player for them. He's done his round. Oh, Brian McBride turned and shot, and it's fired into the net. Fulham go 1-up in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
I'm at 0-0 still. Corner coming in. No, nothing interesting.
Pointless highlight.
Pointless highlight. They've had a player injured. Is about as interesting as this match has got at this point. Oh,
Right, we're gonna
Shipley
have to
running
make.
down the right wing. Crossed it into Birovka. Oh, it's saved. And
I
then
want to make a chance. Oh, Cole just goes wide. Okay, they are definitely the team in ascendancy here, so I need to change things up a bit. I want to make a tactical change. Right, here we go. Patrick Berger is going to go further up. So is Bentley. Going to go like that. We're going to play attacking and more direct.
Okay, I've
And-
made 2 substitutions.
Jarvis is going to come on for Pezzarossi.
I'm making 2 substitutions. I'm bringing off the slightly injured Kolka and the yellow carded Boyce. Just don't want to get a player sent off. And obviously I don't want to worsen the injury going on there. Still 0-0 at the moment. Not entirely sure how tactics work on this game yet. Going to get to that at some point. But hopefully we'll break the deadlock. But I wouldn't be unhappy with a 0-0 draw against Everton, given that... Oh yeah, we didn't actually talk about our pre-season games. I lost all of my pre-season games.
Bar one.
Apart from my first one against Wrexham.
Yes. I did slightly better, but they weren't very convincing against the lower teams. Okay, now we have an issue. They're coming into the final 14 minutes and we still haven't scored. Patrick Berger and David Bentley are having bad games, but Safari is through on goal.
Oh!
He shoots. What's happened?
Oh, there's been a goal.
There's been a goal. Reports over to Jack.
Oh, Bierovka takes the ball on the left wing, crosses it into new signing Langley, and Langley puts it into the back of the net. It's an assist and a goal for the new signings. Oh, the manager must be feeling pretty good right now.
I'm so happy for you, Jack. As my new signings are on a 4 and a 3. Oh dear, I'm going to have to change things up here.
And it's the final whistle, full time, at Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park. Richard Langley scoring the winning goal. Yes.
We're struggling here. 85th minute, I think. Just making drastic tactical changes, going all out attack. We need something here. Can we get it? Darren Huckabee with the free kick. Deflection. Doherty. Van der Sar comes out and smothers it. You can tell he's wasting time here, Edwin. Look at him. He's not kicking the ball away. Come on, guys. Oh, but he's made a mistake, Darren. Oh, pointless highlight there. Come on. No, I think unless we get a miracle, we need a miracle here. I don't know how the highlights work on FM 2005 yet. Is there going to be a chance for one final attack from us? It is not looking likely as Fulham dominate with possession and seem to count down the clock. Helveg clears it away to Huckabee. But no, Huckabee can't get onto it. Come on! I think it's been a day of opposing, contrasting emotions from the two managers.
Certainly has.
Oh, Huckabee. Oh, no. Did anyone see how long added time was? Because this highlight seems to be massive. Why are we watching this all? Oh, hang on. I know it is on key highlights. I don't understand why. Why are we watching it? There's been nothing happening. I'm glad the match engine has got much better in later FMs.
Yep. I can go with that. Do you like the scores around the ground?
Yes.
Birmingham have beaten Portsmouth.
Fantastic.
1-0.
Was that at Portsmouth or Birmingham?
That was at St Andrews.
Oh, good.
You got a 3-1 victory for Blackburn over Manchester United. Liverpool have beaten Bolton 2-0. Manchester City have beaten Newcastle 3-2. Middlesbrough and Charlton have drawn 2-2. Southampton versus Aston Villa 1-1. And West Brom 0, Chelsea 0.
Ooh, big results. And Norwich lost to Fulham in the end. Brian McBride with the player of the match there. But as we look to continue the game and finish this episode, well, what can we say about this episode? It was one of discovery for us. We had our first discovery into how transfers work in Football Manager 2005, and we found it is impossible to sell players. It's we've also found the delights of the golden oldies, players like Paul Gascoigne.
It's certainly been an eye-opening start to our campaign through the ages of Football Manager. I hope you'll tune in to the next one, which should be coming out very soon. I'll see you next time, guys.
See ya!
If I could turn back time, if I could find